Hey guys, today I am here to talk about the Myth event. So if you didn't know, this is the second time the event has been around. The first time it was a mess, I could say. No one really knew what items are available. Some drops weren't even enabled the first few days, mind you. It was a crazy, hectic situation, but once the days passed, we finally learned all the new items that dropped, and they added in some new interesting items. All in all, the event is definitely worth grinding, and if you haven't, I would definitely put the time into doing it. Now, I know I've already uploaded multiple different videos on it, but I kind of go in a bit more depth as to why you should be spending your time, playing this update if you can. Now, there is kind of two sides to the update. There's people who use the Ledge Griffin on one hand, and the people who don't have the Ledge Griffin on the other hand. The people who do not have the Legendary Griffin are definitely hurting themselves a bit in the profits, but if you're not able to beat these mobs, you definitely have to go that route because you can still make a lot of coins collecting feathers. Because feathers will be the main, staple for getting coins. They are, as of right now, about 50k coins per, and if you just using like a common, uncommon, you can get a lot of feathers per hour. Beyond that, you can't really get too much. You can get some of the items like Crown of Greed from an epic, but if you want to get most of the items available to you, you need to be using a Legendary Griffin. And once you use the Legendary Griffin, you open yourself to a whole new realm of profit. There was a bunch of items from this event, which I'll quickly go over since I've previously gone over them before. But there's lots of pet items, as I said, the Crown of Greed. But the pet items are where the big money starts to come in. Their prices do vary, but you can get yourself a few mil for multiples of them. The main item that goes for a lot out of the pet items is the Turtle Shellmet, the Washed Up Souvenir, and the Minos Relic. But the Minos Relic is super rare. Same with the Washed Up. But the three common ones, Dwarf Shellmet, the Tiger Plushie, and the Remedies, they will all earn you a bit of extra money. Right now, if you grind at a good pace, you can probably get yourself 1 to 2 mil an hour with a Legendary Griffin. People have said they've gone upwards of 20 mil an hour grinding, and I've had some people say, oh, I don't believe them, that's not possible. Well, it is possible to do. You just need to get very lucky. And luck is a very key stat in Skyblock. Now, everything they add in is always layers and layers of RNG, which is coming to another point. The rarest item, besides the Minos Relic, is the Chimera Book. Now, this is the primo / ultimate item, I'd say, in the game right now. It is one of the most powerful enchants in the game, providing you up to 100% of your active pet stats. So if you use a Remedy's E-Drag, for example, you're getting yourself 90 strength and 50 crit damage on your sword. Or you can put attack speed or something. Either way, you're getting a lot of stats on your weapon, which easily can beat out Swarm in some scenarios unless there's a lot of enemies. So it's pretty much from, all these items that you can make yourself a lot of money. Now, is it a lot of work? Yes. Is it tedious? Well, yeah, it is. But if you put the time in, you will get rewarded, which is hard for me to say because my last few stream sessions have went horrible. My RNG has been really bad, but it won't always be like that. I'm still getting 1 to 2 mil an hour minimum, even without any items. So it's not the end of the world for me, but I can see for some people who don't want to invest too much time into it, why they would want to just not really bother. But I really think if you want coins, you want to, invest in something that is foolproof, I would start getting ready for the next time this event comes around. Since the event is already about 50% over, I would start thinking about, alright, I need to get this and this and this. Because even if you don't plan on, doing this event at all, I would pick up the items since these are limited time items. And you don't know when the event will be coming back. That is the main thing. The last time the event happened was about 1 month ago. So I think it would be fair to say that the next one won't happen for another month, which is a pretty long wait. Now, it could be 1 month, could be 2 months, could be 3 months. Heck, it could come back in 2 weeks. We don't know. That is the biggest thing. So as it is right now, while there's a plentiful stock of these pet items, you know, the materials, I would start getting them right now if you can afford it. Especially, like, you know, get one remedies, get one plushie, maybe you can get yourself a shelmet, maybe a washed up souvenir if you want some, you know, fishing luck. Pretty much just try to get yourself these items you think you'll need, the materials you need so you can craft some of these cool items. Maybe even get yourself that legendary griffin, because it is one of the top tier DPS pet options, up there in, like, you know, the top 3 or 4. Not comparable to E-Drag, but it is very good in its own right, considering how expensive or how cheap it is. Now, I know it's expensive, but, you know, all in all, it's a great pet option. And right now, with the prices as they are, it is very, very affordable. So a lot of that is the stuff you should keep in mind. And looking forward, there's a whole other thing with the whole Mare update. As it stands right now, we have seen none of the special candidates available in the Mare update, which tells me 2 things. One, they are super rare, which means they are super good, but what could they mean? We already have the myth update, which was, I guess, the most special, I guess you could call it, from this Mare update, or whatever we want to think of the update of its name. But what does it mean going forward? So these special candidates could improve what we already have, or do a bunch of other stuff. But again, that's kind of just like extra thought. One final point I want to cover is they can update this event in the future. That is another thing why you should potentially invest now. The mythology or mythological ritual is one of the best pieces of content they put out in a while. It is solo content. I could see them adding in a few more mobs, you know, a few more new loots, just to make it a little more interesting, maybe the 3rd time it comes around. Since I think that would be very cool and put a lot of life back into the event. Because by the time that you know, the 3rd time it comes around, it'll be very repetitive, and it would also be nice to have more ways to get, you know, Chimera books, because those things are really hard to get. There's only about, like, you know, probably less than like 16 of them or so on each, so multiple people getting Chimera 5, not even possible. So I think them going with, you know, updating the event, adding some more mobs. I really think there should be like a new pet from the event and new armor. I don't know why they didn't go that route, but maybe now they have more, you know, staff, or gonna get more staff, they'll be able to go down that route, which is, I'm saying route a lot, but I just think it'd be very cool to do that. So I think I've been holding you guys a little too long. If you guys enjoyed this little talk about the myth update, maybe like the video, leave a comment on what you'd like to hear next. I do plan on talking about the new floor coming out hopefully in the next few days, but we'll have to see if that actually happens. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, maybe leave a sub as well, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye.